for another Assassin's Creed Origins. So we're going to have a little run around to try and find Aya, my ex-wife, catch up some of the guys and do some of the actual main storyline missions in Alexandria. So channel and come back to the live stream, which will be posted back up onto YouTube as soon as the live stream is finished. And for now, let's get on with the video. Little information slots going as well. But here we are in Alexandria. So let's have a quick look at the map, and as you can see, we have some of Alexandria unlocked. Obviously we don't have all of it. There are, as you can see underneath the shroud, a few of the little islands around the side, and obviously this far side, which if we just actually zoom out, as you can see, is actually part of the Canopus Nome. But we will obviously come into that area as we progress. First things first though, obviously we need to know where we are and where we've come from. So if you remember, as we started originally, we were down here in Siwa, and Bayek has actually travelled through the Katara Depression into the Ement Nome, up around Lake Mariotis, and then up into Alexandria. So we will be obviously having a little run around, trying to get some of these little icons, obviously these which are the eagle views. We'll get some of these done as well. We will show you some of these which are things like the military triremes or triremes. We will also show you some of these which are the stone circles, which is part of an ongoing quest throughout. And as you would have highlighted just here, there is a little orange helmet with horns, and if you actually hover over it, as you can see at the moment, this is the outsider, who is level 20. He's one of the Phalakatai, and we will also see if we can get somewhere near ready to take on the Phalakatai in and around Alexandria. So first things first, let's head back over to the actual main game itself. And as you can see, we're off in one of the side streets. There is just here, and obviously as you can see, there's the guy who's not too happy with a bow and arrow. So I'm actually climbing up the wall just here.
Stop, damn it, you are already dead.
Now as you can see, he is level 10.
Wait a minute.
I'm level 10 as well. Ouch.
Smash that stupid bird!
So I was level 9, actually got me by surprise and actually managed to hit me with one of his arrows. So not too impressed with that to start with, but let us just quickly jump up here. We'll see which bow we've got. Here's our main bow.
You can't hide, corpse!
Trust him to move into an area that I can't get to him. So there we go for a headshot. That's one down. 2. He's wondering what's going on. And as you can see, I'm actually having a bit of an issue trying to lock onto this guy. Obviously there's another guy down here. Kind of wondering what's going on. Oh, he's actually over there. So I missed him. How did I miss him? Right, we'll just wait for him to come up here, because he's going to have to come up the ladder. Oh, he's going to cheat. He's going to come out.
Hey, what?
So we'll take him out. Oh look, there's another one. So take him out.
Damn it! There you are.
Bayek, what are you doing? Take him out as well. There is another guard. He's a little bit too far out for this particular boat. I could move closer, or just like that, they can come to me. So, we've got rid of enough of them. We'll just use the arrows to actually release these guys. come on, run. There we go. And we use the bow and arrow to release these guys. There's no one in there.
The end has come for you.
Level 7. Just pick them up.
Stop!
Make them wonder what's going on.
I'll kill you.
Time you started the next line.
So the rebels are now free. Yes, it has cost us some arrows. There's actually a red banner literally just over there. That red banner tells me I can actually pick some arrows up. So, let's have a quick little run across here. No, we don't need to worry about anyone as such. So, just jump up here. And as you guys can see, here are my arrows. We're just going to quickly loot these. And then make our way back out. Because we won't need to be back in this little area for a little while. So we're just going to climb quickly down and get out of here as quickly as possible. So, we will come back to that area. As you can see, there are a few items here that we can do. We have rolling across the top of the screen.
Maintain
The only time to get clear!
Τούτον ελάβνει ούβες. Φαβ. Τι δυνατόν. Πού πήγαμε. Πού πούλομαι. Άχτομαι. Δυσχεραίνω και πικρός φέρω. Παρετούμε τα ότα.
I've actually got for him, not the horse. Protect the allies, we've got 50 experience.
Hey!
Power attack. Knock the horse over, knock him over. And let's have a look what we've got. 5 arrows, 4 gold coins, 3 gold coins on here.
Μα είναι δυνατόν. Τι συμβαίνει. Τι. Όχι. Όχι. God preserve.
Another headshot.
More trouble. Hey!
He's not actually highlighted there, I think he's one of the rebels. So let's go and have a little looky down here. And by the looks of it, he didn't drop nothing, so we're just going to very quickly move out the area. This one has, so we'll just take hold of him. And as you can see, we have a new location discovered. The Great Synagogue. So, as you can see on the top screen, we have the stables highlighted. We just move around. Obviously, that is what we were looking for. The viewpoint. So, just going to make a quick run up. This is going to take us only a moment or two, as we obviously run down the what is considered to be meters, but is probably more like miles. But it'd actually be more considered to be something like.
It's quiet today.
Did you not know?
It's quiet
at the
today.
baths. Of course. Did you not know? Eudoros is at the baths.
Of course.
Right. So, as you see, as we're running through, obviously we have an exclamation point that's come up. That means it's either a rogue animal attacking or it's a help the rebels. But obviously, as you guys are aware, we are after the viewpoint. So we're actually quite close to it. That's why it's not coming up, which is just here. And obviously we have one that's further along over here. We will hit this one up next. Obviously we've got some of the little side quest additional missions coming up, as well as some of the question marks, which are areas that we need to explore and possibly find other items. And obviously we have this little black outlined turquoise triangle with a black skull in it. This is actually where one of your brethren itself, or as such I should say, has actually been taken out, and you need to, as it says, avenge. So that we will also be doing, but first things first, we just need to work out where we need to climb. So what we are going to do, climb up to this here. We'll have a quick look about. Come on, by it, climb. Thank you. So as you can see, this is where we need to get to. So we're just going to quickly jump up over the top of these. Quickly clamber over these rocks, and we're slowly getting there. Here we are, right. So, as you can see, climbing up the side of the building. Now, the climbing in Assassin's Creed Origins, as I've said on countless times in the videos that we're doing, is extremely better than the actual abilities of climbing in any of the other games. But as you can see, we're at the top, so a quick hit on the triangle button, and obviously, as you can see, this is Alexandria, and obviously the walled areas which actually show the city of Alexandria. So that also increases our experience by 100 points, and it also increases Senu's perception. Now Senu's perception can be viewed in here. I think it's actually on the maps page if I can find the right button. Here we go. Here's the maps page. It's not on this one. Where is it? Quests, gear, abilities. Here we go. It's on the abilities page. Now, as you can see, Senu's perception is only a small ring around the actual gold ring. Now, the gold ring itself actually represents Senu when he's hovering in the air, and obviously the perception is the amount of area that he will scan. Now obviously this will increase as you do the missions, as you do the synchronizations of the viewpoints. Obviously, as you can see, Senu's perception is mainly tied to the viewpoints themselves, so exploring the area around you before you actually do anything is going to become a very important and pivotal point in the actual Assassin's Creed Origins game. Now, as I was also saying, that we've got a few other bits and pieces to do as well. Obviously, as you can see with the abilities page, we've actually got 16 ability points stored up, so we are just going to very quickly hit up on the seer. This will obviously unlock here, and which one was it we were looking at last time? I think it was this one, which was the poison darts, which do become extremely handy. So that's only 2 points. That takes us down to 13. So first things first, overpowered chain throw, which is extremely handy, 3 points. This unlocks the warrior option, and it allows us to start building up the warrior master. This also gives us option of the kill loot, which means when we kill or assassinate someone, we can actually immediately loot them. And it also gives us the option of actually accessing adrenaline. The adrenaline option is now filled every time we enter into a combat zone. I've taken the extend combo, so this will obviously give us an additional hit within the actual combat sequence itself. As you saw with that little cinematic, that was a quick dash, and it doubles the damage of your overpower ability. That is okay, it just depends on whether you want it or not. Obviously you also have the overpower combo, which means after an overpower attack you can chain with a combo of light attacks. So with that being said, the last one I'm actually going to do, because I noticed I've only done one of the bows, that's the hunter bow. I don't want that, that's the light bow. Which one is it? That's the predator bow. Oh, it's not, okay, I know what I'm doing. Right, as the chain assassination, that's 3 points. It's been a very long week. Right, so Hunter's Instinct, we don't need that. Stealth kill streak, we do. Obviously, to get hold of that, we need the assassination loot, which is looting people as we actually assassinate them. That's 2, but as you can see, we only have 1 ability point. But considering how close we are with 10 and on to 11, it won't be long before we have another ability point. So, with that being said, very quick move over to our gear, and as you can see, some of the items here are actually listed. We obviously have some of the shields because I did mention to you guys, if I actually come out into the store, there were a couple of new packs that had actually been released. Since then, there has been actually another pack that's been released, the Wacky Pack. We haven't got hold of that yet, but we are going to show you guys some of the other packs and what has actually come out in them, which is quite hilarious. We have a Uni-Camel. This is part of the Wacky Pack, where it's when a mummy unicorn and a daddy camel love each other very, very much. We have the Mutt-Hurty, we have the Auxiliary Shield and the Savannah Shield, which go with obviously the Uni-Camel and the Mutt-Hurty. We have a Swordfish regular sword, and we have the Espasa. We also have Cupid's Bow and a Swift Branch, which is a warrior bow. The Lolcut, which is a heavy blunt, and a Skullbreaker. And obviously, as you can see, we have some of the other items as well. Now, where are... they're probably going to be in here. So I'm just moving over to the items that I do actually own. A lot of these were bought right at the start, and as you can see, there are a lot of weapons in here. Obviously, all of these can be purchased either via downloading from the Ubisoft website, or actually by earning or buying Helix credits and actually unlocking these. Now, with regards to these, there are several different items. So you've got here, say for example, you've got the Midnight Sun mount, which is your horse, the glowing mace, the lightning strike hunter bow, and the moonlight shield. These are all off of one set, the same as the Shadow Warrior, the Ripper sickle sword, the Abyssal steed, and the barbed longbow. We also have the Forlorn Hope, which also goes with that set, and the Calamity blade. As you can see, we also have had the ability to download and unlock, or unlock and download I should say, Altair's outfit from Assassin's Creed, Ezio's outfit from Assassin's Creed 2. It's slightly different to the outfit in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, because it only has the single vambrace on one arm, whereas in Assassin's Creed 2 it actually has 2. So that's the difference between the two. With regards to that, as you can see, a lot of these are rare items. Obviously, as I explained earlier, anything that's purple is rare. Anything in gold is considered to be legendary, which is why things like this, which are the pack, I'm trying to think what it's called, the ones who came before pack, or whatever it was called. It also has the flickering daggers, which is a dual sword option. You have the Spaniard's armor, Neptune's grasp, which is a spear, Labris, which is a heavy blade. You have the Palladium, and you also have the Hercules Gladius, which is a shield and regular sword, as well as Alexandria's light scepter, which goes with the Pharaoh's armor. So, with that being all said, we're just going to very quickly shoot back, and as you can see, our quiver is already on a legendary status. We're not that far from upgrading as such any of the other items that we have, because it's the carbon crystals that we actually need. So, with that being said, what we are going to do is work out where we can jump from, which is just here. It's quite handy that he's actually pointing to it. So, quick jump off, quick leap of faith, and as you can see, obviously the abilities that we've unlocked are being displayed on screen, telling us exactly how to use them. So extend combo, you can deal one more melee attack to an enemy before they can recover. So it's normally a light attack that's been added, so instead of hitting 3 times on the light and 3 on the heavy. You can do 4 on the light and then 3 on the heavy. With that being said, obviously we need to find... Where is he? There he is. He's 161 meters away. As I told you guys, I was going to show you the revenge. Well, I say revenge. Revenge is the wrong word. Resolving the problem of our colleagues. So as you can see, the icons actually come up on screen now, as we're obviously getting closer. So he's literally, excuse me, just here. And as you can see, he actually looks like an assassin. Even though the actual Assassin's Brotherhood at the moment doesn't actually exist. So, avenge Goose on the Goose. So we're going to hold this on. And now we need to find and kill the perpetrators. And we're only level 10. So it is not going to be a good idea for me to try and take a fight with him right at this moment, because he is just going to batter me left, right and centre. So I'm going to make a very quick sharp exit, try and figure out where these guys are, and they're actually over there. Kind of hoping the Flacos run away. So probably not going to get that lucky. A quick leap up onto the wall, and here they actually come. So, with that being said, he's actually coming towards us, so what we are going to do is take our hunter bow, because he is on horseback. Where is he? He is over there. I'll get a quick enough shot off. I might. Come on. Oh, shoulder shot. Got him. So, he's actually down.
We have the edge.
Do not have the edge. I have the edge, because I'm at a distance, and you have no idea what is going on.
Foot by foot.
It was literally by your foot. So, until he actually comes out, just like that. Got him. That is actually them guards down. And obviously the guy that has taken out our colleague in arms, that is actually going to hurt a little bit. Not as much, but it did. And, now that actually tells me that is actually poison. Black is actually on its way here. So I am actually going to scupper over the other side of the wall and hope I get lucky.
Look sharp. Let's not be jumped.
Now we found that we killed the perpetrators, but we're actually getting additional kill bonuses because the poison that appears to be highlighted and spread from that particular bow shot is actually taking out other people.
Face the threat!
So as you can see, a lot of them that are going through are actually being poisoned. And as you can see, there are a lot of guards coming in, and there are a lot of them that are taking a lot of damage. So they've come in and they've stopped.
Been here a while.
Clear off! Hurry!
Hey!
So as you can see, every now and then, off of their head, that's another one down. So that's more experience. So as you can see, with this particular bow that I have, I've actually earned quite a lot of experience, and it's nearly put me up to level 11. Now there is one guy over there, obviously Senny's going to come in, have a little look, see what's going on. And that's another one down.
Protect the
He's
Argondas!
another one, and as you can see, that little blue cloud
Oh,
that's
Galos!
coming up is actually poison, so he's actually running around a little bit.
Got you. He's climbing. Get him
Ουδεπόποτε
down!
ώρα κάτι αυτή να φρονεί.
And the guy that's actually saw us and wanted to take us out is actually down there. There's actually a Flagatai about. Wow. He's actually over there. I'm actually going to take a little bit of a shot. As you can see, that only did
Got you!
22 points of damage.
Oh, damn it! Already dead!
Μία μοίρα κατηράφη με. Τι τούτον κάνει. Απάγεται άπαντες.
Now the Flagatai does have a bow.
Special! Idiot! Let's cut this trash.
Wait a sec.
Drop it. Then will go much easier for you.
Oh, and I'm out of ammo. As you can see, I'm actually hitting his shield. So a little bit of time. Still not doing a lot of damage, as you can see to the actual health bar that is there. So
Going to skin you!
I need to disappear. Now they're actually going to try
Hey!
search.
Not going anywhere, stupid monkey! Get back here!
Πήγετε άπαντες.
Ouch. And as you can see, that second shot actually got me. And as I anticipated, definitely not strong enough to take on the level 20 for Flagatai. So, I'm dead. Oh well, we can't win them all. But it shows you just how potent and how strong these guys are. So if you do come up against them, I definitely suggest you run. Especially if you're a lower level than what they are. With that being said, as you can see, we actually ended up right over the other end of the city. So we didn't actually manage to complete that particular mission as such. So the mission's just gone unsolved. But there is down here another one. So I will show you guys. I knew that Flagatai was going to cause a problem. I just knew it. So what we're going to do,
οφθαλμή σου έρθεις. Ό,τι σημαίνει. Της μέιζονος αφροσύνης.
so what we're going to do is try and actually cut through and cut some of this distance out, considering the amount of distance we have to go. If we try and do it in a straight line, it's just going to take forever. So, here we are to the gates. It actually looks like where we were before. No, it's not. So, let us get out here. Where are we? We need to go that way. So, there's a little side mission down there. There's also a ship that we may be able to go and get some arrows on.
Μου σου κατέχεις. Ήτι του οίκου σου. Ηλικιώτης ανθρώπων.
You'll actually notice that I am using the other headset, or the new headset I bought. I know I haven't actually been able to, at the moment, leave a link to this particular headset, but I will get that and make sure that that is actually put onto this particular video. So,
What have I found here?
as you can see, Spike stands in all the blood. We have a new quest, and this time there are actually 2 of them. So, we need to find and kill the perpetrators even, and kill the perpetrators. So there is one there, and there is one the other side. Now he's a level 8. You can see, we do have more of those arrows, so we're going to take him out. And a little bit of guidance, and we actually have both of them.
I must be careful now.
So we confirm the count one.
Stop! You are already...
I'm going to activate my bow. Activate my bow. Shield. And my sword. Come on.
Die, idiot!
So as you can see, both guys are now taken out. They haven't actually dropped anything, because we can actually still collect, obviously, take them out at a distance. And as you can see, quest completed, and it's actually enough to put us up to level 11. And as you can see, we've made 2 items, and we've also increased the ability points. So, that being said, as I did say, we were going to try and find Hiya, and try and work out exactly where we are in our storyline. So, for our main storyline, as you can see, we have Hiya, which is suggested level 12, assassinate Grenadius and the Snake, and end of the Snake, which is level 2, or level 12 I should say. So, in order to assassinate the Snake, Bayek must discover his identity. First things first, to allow Hiya out and about, we need to take out Grenadius, so we're just going to highlight this particular mission, track it as they refer to it. Now, even though we've got all of the little bits coming up and cross, assassinate Grenadius and the Snake, complete the quest end of the Snake. If you actually move around, there will be somewhere. Obviously that doesn't particularly want to show, but I'm assuming the reason for that is it does say complete the quest end of the Snake. So if we just go over to the ambush in the temple, so, over 1,000 meters away, suggested level is 6. This is actually one of the side quests that we have in the Assassin's Creed Origins games, and there are quite a few from quite a few different areas. We need to meet Menahet, the priest, at the Temple of Sekhmet in Yamor, but that we will do at a later point. So obviously, as I said, we're going to do this one first, but it is referring us to this, so we need to find the Royal Scribe's office. So, as you can see, the icon has now come up, and this is where we need to get to. Obviously, clear 858 meters, it's going to take a little while. So, a quick whistle, and haha! We have our horse. So this is going to make things slightly easier and quicker. So, as you can see, it's now indicating that we need to go off to the right. So it just depends on how you want to do it, how you want to get across the city itself. It is handy to know that the city of Alexandria is actually set up a bit like Milton Keynes just up the road, or New York City. It's actually on a grid basis. So everywhere is in like its own little square block. Move out the way. So we're just coming to the end of this block, so we're just going to put it right up here. Try not get hit or taken out. Thank you very much, Fang. So, as you can see, we're coming across the edge of the city block now.
It's quiet today.
Did you not know? McDonald's is at the back.
More guards. Right, this is the Royal Palace. Now, Fang will be fine where I've just left him. Obviously, we have 260 odd meters to go, but it is going to be a lot easier and a lot quicker if we actually go up and over. Obviously, there are a lot of guards around here, so I'm not going to actually be trying to take any out. As fun as it will be, and as good as it will make your arrow or your bow and arrow expertise at this precise moment in time, it's just the case of getting across. Now, as you can see, this bow is slightly stronger than what I am. It's only by a level, but it can be enough. So you do need to take your time when using your bow and arrow. And at any and every point you have the opportunity of hitting one of the arrow points to fill up. I suggest you do so, because once you hit sort of like level 11, level 12, everything starts getting a little bit more harder. And that's why you need to practice and try almost every single time to go for a headshot. The more headshots you get, because they are counted, the better it is for you. Obviously, when distance comes into play, you can't guarantee, as you saw, on getting a headshot. So following it up extremely quickly is always an added bonus.
Hey! Got trouble here! Damn it!
As you can see, I've actually picked my arrows up.
Alarm! Alarm! Looks clear. Hey!
And as you can see, you can sidestep as well. Picking your arrows up is always handy, because it actually saves you having to use all of your refill points, and it means that when you do get to one, I don't know if it will hit. No, he's actually going to take one, because there are a couple of arrows that obviously I missed and didn't pick up. It does mean that you can obviously get further on in the actual game and the storyline and everything without actually having the need of using all of your points to actually completely lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so you don't actually have to use all the arrow points to fill up your stock, so you can keep using your bow and arrow, but it does give you the benefits and the opportunity, this is not where I want to be, to actually continue with your mission as such without having the struggle of actually trying to get to where you need to go to. Now, as you can see, this is where we need to get to, and considering I'm facing that way, and that is actually that way, we are going to very quickly shoot down here, which will actually cover quite a bit of the distance. Just hop across this rope. If you've played any of the Assassin's Creed games, you'll be used to hopping across ropes. I'm going to say, where we need to get to is actually just there. But it could be just here as well. So, quick look on the map. As you can see, we are right next to it from where we are standing. So I would say it's actually that building over there. Even though the way I'm actually looking, it actually puts it on our right hand side, which would be just there. So it would have to be this building. With that being said, we need to find a way in. Now there isn't a way in here. I don't remember there being a way in there. No, there isn't. So we need to call in Senu. He's going to give us a little bit of a helping hand. So it's actually the building across from us. Now as you can see, and here, Senu's actually guided me to where I need to be. He's also picked out one of the guards. Obviously there's another one just here. But as you can see, going past where I am actually standing, he is also picked up, and this is what Senu's perception is. It allows him to pick up other items. So there's actually another item just there, but obviously he's not picking up the third item, which is going to be somewhere around there. But obviously that's because his perception isn't big enough to actually pick that up. So, with that being said, we are here at the moment for the main storyline mission. So, we now know where we need to get to. So, we are going to shoot over here, and there is the open window I was looking for. So, this is now an investigation area. As you can see, by just using the Animus Pulse, apart from the icons showing where items are that we can actually loot, we actually have a couple of gold ones. And the gold ones actually indicate items that we need to investigate. So, obviously the chest.
Looks important.
Item needed to
Locked.
interact. So, we have a scroll.
These are the
Scroll
rooms of the Royal Scribe.
The reign of Ptolemy Dios has recorded by the Royal Scribe. So that's 2. Obviously we have this, which is the third
A
item.
ladder.
And obviously the ladder being broken. But you'll also notice that on the left hand side, let me just get into the darkened area, there we go. It says, investigate the Royal Scribe's office, who is a snake, and investigation progress. Which is a little darkened bar, which is pretty much half and half dark and white. So, with that being said, we can't get up there, but we can get up here. So, interact with this,
A key.
and we have a key. And as you can see, the progress bar has been filled up. Just quickly jump down, head back over to here, which we couldn't use before, and it's now unlocked. So as you can see, we've jumped into a cinematic.
Official papers. This chest belongs to the Royal Scribe himself, Eudorus. Huh? A false bottom. A letter.
Esteemed Ibis, the Pharaoh remains compliant and is our puppet in all things. Act with caution in Siwa. The murder of the Heron was but the first. 2 from among us here in Alexandria have also been killed. However, the situation is under control. Gennadios is actively questioning the populace. We commend your efforts, Ibis. Long life.
Stamped with the seal of the snake.
So,
The snake is Eudorus, the royal scribe.
now we know who he is. So, as you can see, the icon for the snake has been
I
changed
said that the
to
royal scribe
Eudorus.
is often at the bathhouse. I will kill that naked ear that Eudorus there.
So, now we need to make our way out. So we're just going to hop straight out. And again, the same way that... Get up there. Same way that we actually come in, is the way that we're actually going to go back out again. Because, as you saw, we dealt with most of the guards on the way in. But the other option is to make a more direct beeline for the bathroom, and that's going to hurt. Now, unfortunately, like Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or Revelations, when you did miss a jump, you could actually use a quick grab to make sure you didn't get hurt or didn't fall. You don't have that option with Assassin's Creed Origins, so it does make things that are a little bit more perspective-wise better, because you need to be specific with where you are actually aiming and where you're jumping. So, that being said, as you can see, we now need to head that way. The reason I've actually come this way is because of obviously the water. As you guys can see, there is only one guy down here. So, body shot, head shot. We have another one. That's another headshot.
Keep watch over Ptolemy as he dribbles his forage, protect Septimius on his way to the brothels, stand guard while Pothinos pisses in alleyways, keep a lookout while Eudorus inspects naked gladiators. It never ends!
Hang on!
Yes, hey. Now, I'd only planned on getting one, but I ended up getting quite a few. So, I'm going to make sure I can get down there. Now, where's my boat gone? Now, wouldn't that just be my luck? My boat is gone. So this is the underwater option. As you can see, from a straight dive, I managed to go directly underwater by holding the X button. Obviously, circle will take you back under. There are quite a few controls. You actually have the ability to stop, turn around. You can actually attack underwater, as you can see. You can even try and actually tackle out. It's not sharks, crocodiles. You can actually try and take crocodiles down. Right, where is my boat? My boat is now over there. Where's my boat over there? Oh man. Oi, come back here with my boat. But there are quite a few times when you are going to need to actually dive under the water. And actually a couple of missions where you'll end up climb in. Good one, mister.
Τι κάλιον του ασκητεύει μακριά των οχλήσεων και των ερίδων των ανθρωπίνων όντων.
And cue with brass knobs on. So, once we've commandeered, I say once, as you can see we've commandeered, I should say, the boat. Just get past these pyrenes. Thank you, monsieur.
May Serapis lead Ptolemy to wisdom. May peace and justice reign.
In this city, peace and justice
May
are
Serapis
costly.
lead Ptolemy
Only
to
the
wisdom.
wealthy chew on that
May
much.
peace and justice
By
reign.
order of
In this city,
Philakitai
peace and justice are
Gennadios,
costly.
all
Only the
citizens
wealthy
must
chew on that
report
much.
unusual activity.
Alexandrians, we must
Colosseums.
stand
As you can see,
against
there's
this
Thanos.
sickness that spreads in silence.
And Thanos we will be coming back to a lot later. So as you can see, we haven't taken us very long, once we've covered that distance by water, to actually get across this part of the city over to the actual bathhouse. And this is where the fun begins, because it's a bathhouse. And what do you do in a bath? You take your clothes off, which means you run around with a towel on. Which actually gives you the opportunity of earning yet another outfit for Bayek. I don't know if it's actually available for Aya. I've not actually played as Aya yet. So that might be something that I will try and find out for you guys. So, as you can see, we're at the bathhouse, where it is hot and steamy. And Bayek still has his hidden blade, but has no weapons, apart from the hidden blade.
Aristo is taking Eudoros to court for plagiarism.
No.
I was visiting the docks and heard it from Aristo's wife herself.
His wife?
Quick
She
animal
works
pulse.
herself into histrionics over nothing.
Eudoros stole whole paragraphs from Aristo's book about
I
chooses
love
his
coming
horses
here.
badly.
The building alone
Have you
is
seen
worth
his
it.
wife?
What?
I love coming here. The building alone is worth the trip. Look up at that.
Cannot escape.
I'm not trying to escape.
This is no problem. You should have run when you had the chance.
Τι συμβαίνει, μου αρέσει το φαινόμενο αυτό. Πούμε, θέλω απαλλαγή της ευθύνης ταύτης.
Time's up, Doc. Oh! Τι τούτο εσύ!
Damn it! Taking both of
We
these
must
guys
keep
out.
up. What?
And at the moment, it is a case of we
priest
need
said
some kind of...
Ptolemy is a chinless simple. Simonides, you have consumed too much wine.
I have, and I will again. But had I not, would our pharaoh be any less a goose?
Hey now!
Is everything to your liking, my lord?
The water is a bit tepid today. Such incompetence.
Kill you myself if you slack off now.
Ηλικιώτης ανθρώπων, ου και έχει πέρας.
My lord, are you properly served?
Quiet. See that my towels are ready.
Your time has come.
So this is where you can end.
Help me! This man has lost his reason!
The building alone is worth the trip. Look up at that expansive ceiling.
And that is your Doris done. So as you can see, that's where coming in and tying in not just your heavy shots that you saw at the start, but your light shots as well. comes in extremely, extremely handy. So, a typical fight between two guys. And that, you may have thought, why does that hurt so much? But as you see, he has actually lost his finger. So that's where the start of losing the finger on the left hand, the ring finger, actually starts. Because of losing the finger.
It was you who murdered my son before my eyes.
You are a fool.
At the temple, in Siwa.
That forsaken shithole? I had nothing to do with that disaster.
It is too late for your lies. Anubis awaits. It is worth the loss to slay the snake at last.
The snake? The snake will never die.
Son of Apep, the Lord of the Duat awaits.
And that's also where the feathers come in. So, there is two major questions from the entire Assassin's Creed game franchise that has actually been answered by this game. Now, next thing's next, we actually need to get out of here.
Eudoros! Killed!
Oh, dear gods! He's been murdered! Look at the blood! But he was so handsome!
Yes. So as you can see, we're going to exit the bathhouse. It's the last time we'll actually be in here. So if you haven't got anything, then obviously you'll need to. As you can see, Spike's actually cauterizing the wound before he leaves, so he doesn't actually bleed out. And we are returned our weapons and outfits. So, there's the next outfit being unlocked. Obviously, as you can see, the...
Move out of the road!
Not even in the road. Senu has come down to us, and as you can see, we actually have two now, question marks, which is two sets of assist the rebels. And as you can see, they are still quite some distance away. So, that being said, we now have the next part of the quest, which is to actually help Aya. And where is it? He is that away. And it's to take out Grenada. So we're just going to have a quick run around here. And as you can see, weaving in and out of the people is actually a lot easier than what it used to be. And as you can see, those two question marks are actually over in that complex over there, which, as I said, are the assist the rebels options. So, that being done and said, we're going to quickly shoot up here now. And here we are. And here is Aya. Aya comes down, Bike comes up.
My dearest.
The snake and Gennadios are dead. It was Eudoros. He died flailing in the baths.
I wish I had been there.
So,
My wife. My wife.
And we will leave them to it. So, as you can see, quest completed with Aya. We're up to 1250, which takes us very nicely into level 12. New ability point required, or required's the wrong word. Requested, wrong word. New ability point earned. There we go. We use that particular word. That's a lot better. And as you can hear, we're now back to the Netherrealm. So, reveal chest. Did you know that Eagle can tag chests? It's very useful to find this, to find hidden chests in the world, which is extremely handy. And we are back to Layla.
Hey, I was wondering if I should pull you out. Your adrenaline and BP are elevated, and it's affecting your heart rate and hormonal markings. Serotonin and oxytocin in particular. What happened in there?
Whoa, legs.
Aya's here.
Who's Aya?
My ex-wife. I could feel her nearby.
You can feel her? Pretty sure that's the bleeding effect.
Yep.
Along with Bayek's memories, you're also experiencing his emotions.
No, you dork. I think she's actually in this cave. Spouses usually share the same tomb.
A second mummy? We should really report to Abstergo.
Maybe after I find Aya.
I'm gonna call it in if you don't.
Deanna, no! If you do it their way, I'll get no credit. They'll cut me out like always.
Yep.
Okay.
That's Abstergo for you. So.
There.
What is it?
The bleeding effect is leading me to Aya.
Oh, great. More fuel for your superhero complex.
So as you can see from the bleeding effect, something that we've learned a lot about in regards to Ezio. So here,
she's down there.
Is
my turn for a leap
Bayek,
of faith.
and this is where
come forth by day, and I will guide you home.
Hooked into.
Who are you talking to?
Bayek's mummy.
Real chatterbox, that one. Leap of...
Damn, that's cold.
And as you can see,
still haven't found Aya.
This is
I was
Aya.
right, she's here.
Oh, there you are, thank God.
And Aya's hidden blade.
I can almost taste the blood.
Okay, you're making less and less sense, Leela. We need to report.
Not yet.
Not yet? So when?
So as you can see, she's basically taken the hidden blade.
Well,
now,
I can't chew my way out of here.
Now, we make use of the bleeding effect. Because Aya, who's not yet participated so far in the game as such.
What are you doing now?
Climbing. And it's hard, so scuti, will you?
Fine. Let me know when you get to the top.
At the top. Quick slide under. And as you guys can see, we're virtually back where we began. Come on. There we go. So they're basically taking
I'm going back in.
Why?
Whoa.
I took a DNA sample from Aya. I want to see her memories.
Look, I get that you're excited, but the more risks we take, the worse things could go for us.
It's my dream on the line here. Let me do this my way.
So that's more of her paperwork. Through the cobwebs and the spiders. She actually has a glow stick now. It's handy to know. So as you can see, she's managed to make that particular jump. So you guys will remember from the last video that I actually wanted to try and get up here, which she's now managed to do, and that piece of paperwork appears to have disappeared. So, quick look outside, see if anything else has changed, and it doesn't appear to have been anything else disturbed or changed in any way, shape,
DNA needs to
or
go in
form.
the Animus.
But as you can see, her climbing abilities, get up there, have significantly increased, as well as the option of grabbing if she falls. But as you can see, getting over the top of the mountain is not an option. But knowing exactly where they are is something that I would really like to do. Right, so, that being said, now it's time to get Aya's information back into the Animus. So we're going to make our way back in. And there we have the hidden blade.
Adding Aya's DNA to the chamber.
It'll take time to sequence. You won't be able to sync with her memories right away. Layla, something else you should know. Since you're mixing gene sequences in an uncontrolled manner, the transition between memories will likely be unpredictable.
I'm comfortable with unpredictability.
Yeah? Well, I'm worried.
You always are.
Yep. So, as you can hear, the Animus is now ready. So, time to head back in. Do you want to return to the Animus? Yes. So as you'll see, as I outlined before, it's actually getting quite warm in here, so just going to lose that shirt. And if you guys are wondering why I've actually been wearing the shirt, I was actually stuck at work today. Boxing Day and I'm back in work already. But that's what happens when you work 5 jobs. You never get a day off. Until it comes Christmas Day and you just spend it all day in bed. So, as you can see, we've been on for about an hour and 10 minutes. We've had a little update. We've taken out Eudoros, who we found out was the snake. And obviously by taking him out, Granados has been taken out as well. We've managed to link back up with Aya on the top of one of the buildings in Alexandria, where her and
I told you!
Bayek,
the Animus hasn't finished interpreting Aya's DNA yet!
Fine.
Spending some
Fine.
time. So, quick little kick from Aya's DNA. As you can see from the other mounts. As you can see, on every loading, or not every loading, but on most of the main loading screens, there'll be a little info shot on the bottom right hand corner that you can actually slide through. So if there's something that you're not quite sure of, or something that you've seen before but you don't particularly want to read it,
what is
you
it?
can quickly read through it and
the snake.
Shift over.
What if he was not the last?
Of course he was the last. They are all dead. Justice is done. If there's any question, Apollodorus will know. He knows all.
And where will I find this man who knows so much?
He is with Cleopatra. But find his man first near the Hippodrome.
Hey!
I'll tell Thanos that Gennadios is dead and meet you later.
I make Thanos happy. So, now we need to go and find the man of Apollodorus.
Enjoy the hippodrome. Don't lose all your money at the races.
First things first, we need to find where we can jump from, which is just here. As you can see. And now, as you can see, we have a lot more little orange dots across the top of our main topping. So, as you can see, the snake who we found out to be Eudorus is now dead. And he is one of 5 across the bottom. If we shoot over to our quests are now updated. So we have Ambush at the Temple. We have Bayek's Promise, which is the continuational quest all the way through the game. We have Egypt's Magi, which is Bayek seeks Apollodorus in order to meet the exiled Queen of the Nile, and that is Cleopatra. Obviously we have a few more dots on some of the items here in regards to Apophis here, which is a legendary mount, as well as the Abyssal Steed, Midnight Sun, just to name a few. With that being said, I am going to quickly run through these. Obviously, as you guys will be playing this, you guys will be able to see how most of this works. There are 9 plus swords. Right. So, first things first, we're going to equip Hercules Gladius, which is the legendary sword. Quickly shoot through all of them, which is now level 10. As well as the Vox Populi, which is level 8. And obviously the shields, the highest we have at the moment is the Dehosia's Pride, which is sleep and block, damage absorption, and melee resistance. Or we have the Moonlit Shield, which is one of a few. We also have the Palladium and the Sun and Moon Shield. Sun and Moon Shield is slightly bigger than the rest of them, so it's slightly better because it covers out a little bit more area of your body, and it also provides a little bit more of an area for you to try and catch arrows on that Bayek can then take and use himself. So with that being said, as you can see, we've managed to get rid of all of those. Abilities, we're up to 3. So it's now a choice of what we can actually do. So, we can either start to chain our assassinations. We can use this, so automatically loot an enemy after assassinating them. We have the option of the backstore, where we can buy rarer quality gear in shops. We have the option of the buy materials. We obviously have the breath holding champion, the berserk option, the flesh decay, which allows us, as you saw earlier, to poison people as they go by. Smoke screen damage, where there'll be damage from the smoke screen that we leave as we escape. Hijack, which is extremely handy when we want to try and pull people off of their mounts, take their mounts, that sort of thing. You have the shield charge, which isn't really that good. The overpower combo, as well as the overpower ultra, and then we have powering up of the actual bows themselves. So we've got the enhanced light bow, fire more arrows before needing to reload, so I think it goes from 3 to 5. We have the enhanced hunter bow, holding R2 to charge your shot will additionally break shield defense. So as you can see, it will actually allow you to knock the shield away as it would with a strong attack. We also have this here, which is the enhanced warrior bow. Holding R2 to charge your shot will reduce the dispersion zone, as well as the hunter's instinct. So, and obviously this one, which is the stealth kill streak. So out of all of those, what I would like for you guys to do is, as you guys are watching this, please leave a comment in the little comments area below saying which ones that you would like to see me take next. Obviously, we've got 3 ability points, so we can take any one of the ones that I've gone through. If you just want to recap on them, obviously skip back on the video for about 30 seconds or so, and you'll be able to skip up and see which ones are which, and then obviously you guys can choose which one it is that you want to do. If you want to see us take none of them and start to progress the actual warrior, hunter and seer options, what you guys can do is just basically leave hunter 1, warrior 1, seer 1, then just leave a dash and then 2. So if you want me to go from the hunter 1 to hunter 2, just go hunter 1 dash 2. As simple as that. Leave that in the comments, and obviously I will check out the comments over the next week or so, and we will see which one we will be taking next. With that being said, we're next over to the inventory, and as you guys can see, there isn't a lot in here at the moment, but we're just going to very quickly run over everything. There isn't anything apart from the letter with Eudorus to the Ibis, or from Eudorus to the Ibis, which was highlighted. That's taken off. As we come out, that will now disappear. Oh, should have disappeared. Oh, it's the abilities page, that's why. Right, so our quests. We need Egypt's Magi. So off to Apollodorus, and as you can see, where is his icon gone? It is over there. He is 644 meters away. So with that being said, I'm going to actually dive here very quickly, because I've never actually dived down here. I don't know what... if I get my words out. I don't know actually if there is anything worth grabbing down here. See, because I don't spend myself a lot of time in the water. Perhaps I should do, but it's just something that I never actually got around to doing. So, gonna shoot up to the top. Try and cut some of this distance down. And as you can see, we're going across the top of the dye pits themselves. Across the top of the buildings. Let's go up here, it's going to make this easier. And we're actually right on the outskirts. And as you can see, this is where we actually started. Right back at the start of our mission, or of our video I should say. So, we can't really get the horse out at that point. Out the way. Get out the way. So, we're actually outside of Alexandria now. This itself is the Canopus Nome.
Whoa.
So as you can see, the speed of which the horse actually runs at is a lot more. Requisition Tavern is an area that we have found. We're going to scoot around the outskirts of that one. Take out some of the fencing.
Hippodrome, the much lauded and short-lived beloved of Canopus. Jealous fate,
we have
numbering his victories instead of his years. Thought him old.
That particular option
tore him away.
Does not actually tell us exactly who it is that we need. Now, just flying over, as you can see, Senu has been able to identify, even without actually taking a hover.
A champion from 13 when he won his first race. To his
200 drachma on Prasina, and I'll buy everyone beer with the winnings.
Can't do it. The betting's too lopsided. Everyone's taking Prasina in tribute to Icarus.
What if we say Prasina has to win by 2 lengths?
2 lengths, you have yourself a bed.
There we go. So they finished making their bet.
I am Bayek. Aya sent me to speak to Apollodorus.
Shh. I'm sure you can appreciate that my master takes precautions concerning those he meets.
I have a question only he can answer.
I will tell him you seek his counsel, and that Aya recommends you. Wait for tonight. If he sees fit to meet you, you will be found near the lighthouse then. Until then, the Hippodrome's commemorating one of its greatest racers. Plenty of drinking and festivities, along with the races themselves, of course, if that appeals.
His name was Icarus, the glory of
And
the
then he was
Orcus
back.
Hippodrome,
So,
the much-lauded
Apollodorus
and short
is
life
present only
beloved
at
of
night.
Canopus.
What we now need to do is have a quick look. See if we can find the lighthouse. Doesn't look like it's going to be. Let's just hope that's it. No, that's not it. Right. Oh, it's just there. So that is where the lighthouse is, and this is where we are. So we've got a bit of a trek.
Fate, numbering his victories instead
So
of
a
his
quick
years,
call.
got him
And
old
here is Fang.
and stole him away in his 25th year.
Tyrion, a man in
So as you see with Fang being outside the city, allows us to get quite a bit of distance up and actually cut a lot of distance out. Come on, Fang.
Whoa.
What? Hey! Ah, I see you! You cannot get away!
So I bet I can. Here is Canopus. And because we've entered another residential area, as you see, Fang's speeds dropped quite significantly. With that being said, here we are.
Whoa.
At the lighthouse. So what we're going to do, run through the children. Guarantee this will not be the first time, and it definitely won't be the last time that we actually be here. Mainly to the fact that it's actually got a viewpoint. Now, considering we actually haven't been here yet, we're might as well, that makes sense, don't it? We might as well make sure that we grab the synchronization. So that's now completed. Sender's perceptions increased, 200 experience bonus, and as you can see, that puts us just over a third of the way up on level 12. So we're not doing really bad on this. Now I did just hear something. I don't know if you guys heard it as well. And to me, it sounded like a crocodile. That's odd. So a quick leap down. Look at Bayek. I'm going to hold down the actual window button itself. And as you can see, day has become night. So Omonarata Omen Day.
Apollodorus.
You there! Are you here to kill me or to be my friend?
Friend. Bayek of Siwa.
Ah, then your help, please. You are Aya's Magi, huh?
Any other survivors?
Only Damastis. They took him prisoner.
And the scroll? What of the scroll?
Damastis had it.
That ass Damastis should have destroyed it. Cleopatra owes you much. Can you get to a healer by yourself?
I've killed Eudorus.
Huh? Well done.
He was the snake, yes?
Man to man, Bayek, there is much you have yet to understand.
Man to man, I need an answer.
I must take the measure of you first. Rescue Damastis and recover the scroll.
And then I will know if you're the man that Aya claims you to be.
So, he doesn't want much, does he? So.
Where is this Damastis?
He should be on the docks in Canopus Harbor. I can't risk that someone reads the scroll he carries.
So believe it or not, we are actually pretty close to him. Because Canopus docks is only literally just across the water. So, a quick call for Senu, and Senu's going to have a quick look around. And there he is. Now we can do one of two things. We can either take the long way, or we can take the short way. I much prefer, I think I'll be easier to say, that is the Manalirete trying.
Hey you! Stop!
They will attack on sight here.
Wait a minute! Where can I take you? Stand and fight! There you are! Damn it! Harry! Aha! There! Damn it! Harry!
Look sharp. Let's not get jumped. Nothing. Better stay sharp, though.
All right. I'm
Him. Did he just kill himself? I think he did. So it's me doing it. One there. One there. And one there. So, as you can see, using the bow and arrow is extremely easy. Taking out everyone that we need to, there's no more around. So.
Don't forget about me!
Aha.
Diramon, save me! Get me out of here! Thank you. It was very Get me to a safe place, then we will talk.
Except for I don't know where he's running to. I had a funny feeling you might just do that. So, with that being said, and this guy is doing a runner. While I chase him down. How annoying.
I was going to kill all of them. That damn cage was too hard to get out of, is all.
Apollodorus sent me to help you. Give me the scroll.
Scroll? I do not have any scroll.
Your job was to carry it.
I hid it on our ship. I did not want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Where is this ship?
At the bottom of the lake. They sank it.
Ah, very well. I will get it. Apollodorus is waiting for you at the lighthouse.
I will tell him to find you near the sunken ship.
So. what was to be an easy mission has now become a more awkward mission. So we've got 200 odd meters to go, so a little bit of boost, as you can see. That cuts down extremely quickly. And there is the sunken ship. Not actually that far from where I am now. Now, I don't particularly want to get too close because I know for a fact that right over there is a load of crocodiles. And they do not make things easy. So as you can see, we are very quickly trying to make our way into the chest.
That precious scroll. Neck.
Nachte wird in Bett. Ja, hier no one radar. Let's see it.
Guys, turn around the lights. I thought that was a crocodile. It's not, it's a man. So, here is the Polydorus.
What?
Crashing into Polydorus' ship is not an idea. So, as I was saying, here's the Polydorus.
Here's your precious papyrus.
Well done, Bayek. I see you are a capable man. Someone I may be able to trust.
And here comes the next point. Bring a
The
Polydorus
scroll was
to
meant
his
for the
villa.
Roman general Pompey in an effort to sway Rome to Cleopatra's side. She will be grateful to you for keeping the communication secret. She's at my estate. We're headed there now.
So
How does Aya fit into all this?
Her cousin Phanos informed me that she was a driven woman stalking deadly prey. It so happened that I also had reason to bring down this prey. When Aya was successful, I stepped in to protect her.
We are grateful.
And we are grateful that you have eliminated Eudorus. He was an odious individual.
I should tell you that in addition to Eudorus, I put an end to the Phylacetae of Alexandria, Gennadios.
Gennadios? I am very glad he is dead. But it will cause serious problems for you. The Phylakis are a tightly bound group. And murderers. They will certainly come after you.
So be it. Can I ask why you wanted Eudorus dead?
As you know, Cleopatra's brother, Ptolemy, is too young and pliable to be a strong leader. We believe Eudorus was the force behind Ptolemy, responsible for so many of Egypt's current ills.
Now we
Here
are
we
at
are.
the Apollodorus
The
estate.
villa is up ahead.
Keep up. So as you can see, Polydorus doesn't like the fact that I decide to disappear sometimes. But he will do what he can to
You
stay
will
with
learn
me,
more at the
so.
villa.
So here I am at the villa, and where are you? Walking. So, Apollos, blah blah blah
The
blah.
Queen enjoys the life of
Polydorus.
high society. I'm pleased that Aya is bringing some sober substance to Cleopatra's social circle.
Decides to walk.
She is an extraordinary woman, your wife.
I know.
Bayek, before I can disclose all secrets, Cleopatra must meet and approve of you. She can be particular. Let me give you some advice. When you approach the Queen, bend your knee in deference. Speak only in reply. Yours is not to question, but to answer. Do not be distracted by the festivities. She has a large entourage, and they like to amuse themselves. Sometimes to excess. Speak clearly, in measured tones, and above all, do not meet her gaze. Ready?
I cannot wait.
With a list of orders on what you can and can't do. More than likely imposed by Cleopatra.
Catch me! Catch me!
Come here, both of you!
Yes,
She
I can
caught
assure
me with
you.
her
The
husband.
sensation is most delightful.
This way.
Oh, don't worry. She doesn't hold a grudge.
Bees? Where is my opium pipe? I will sleep with anyone as long as they agree to be executed in the morning.
Like Xantivis.
He was well satisfied with his bargain. Who is this toothsome fellow? In mehoto ek nebsheve.
My queen, this is,
Well?
It is a generous offer, but I have already pledged my life to this woman.
Aye,
And
you
there
have
goes my
chosen
keyboard
well.
again.
Come, we have much to discuss. Celebrate, my friends!
you were meant to kneel.
Oh well.
Ah, Pashremta. Meet Aya and Bayek. They put an early end to Eudoros.
Delightful. You are joining our efforts, then?
We do not know what your efforts are.
Eudoros was a member of the Order of Ancients. They are responsible for my exile. They tore me from my throne.
And why should I care about them?
The snake has many heads. Those heads make up the Order.
The snake is the man who killed my son.
It is not so simple.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. They must know something.
The Order of Ancients seeks to control all Egypt. Ptolemy is but their puppet.
We have informants in each region, but they have been unable to touch the Order.
Across Egypt, mysterious forces work against us. For instance, here, in the Nile Delta, the endless sands swallow up whole villages. Yet, a malignant human force moves with them. That force is one of the Order of Ancients, called the Scarab.
And over here, in most sacred Giza?
A shadowy figure called the Hyena controls all that occurs. What is certain is that Giza is the land of death and loss.
And then there's Memphis.
All is cursed in my land. Even the sacred Apis bull himself. The one called the Lizard has worked a sort of diabolical power.
So the snake is the Order of Ancients?
Yes. Eudoros was known as the Hippo.
You are right, my love. He was not the last one.
All of these are. When the Order wants something, as in Siwa, it does not hesitate to crush all in its path.
For Siwa, now Fayum. It is the most oppressed region in all of Egypt. Where the crocodile wields cruel power, the denizens live in constant fear. That is the fate that awaits all Egypt if we fail to stop the Order.
We need decisive action. It is time for assassinations.
We still have not found the man who killed Khemu. Our son Shed will weep with joy when we clear the map of those figures.
You are my Magi now. Protector of the true Pharaoh of Egypt.
The Eye of Horus.
So it shall be. Tonight, we drink, celebrate, make love. Tomorrow,
there goes the wooden one. And now here's the Magi of Egypt, instead of just the Magi of Siwa. So, as you guys can see, come on back. Our quest as Egypt's Magi is now completed. Our target menu has been updated. We've increased again to level 13 with another viewpoint. We have some additional tasks, as you guys can see, 4 and obviously Senu. So, our target map has now increased to include the lizard, the crocodile, the hyena and the scarab. So from 5 we are now up to 9. So our next video will be taking into account the different areas, and there goes my external keyboard again, and being re-established. And as you can see, our icon takes us all the way down to Memphis, where we will start the tracking and hopefully leveling up quite quickly of the lizard. There are a couple of items, as you can see, a gift from the gods, which is just here in the Sakala Nome. This side quest we do need to be level 23 for, so we've got 10 levels at least to get through before we can actually get to that point. As you can see, each one of the areas has a little badge and number next to it. This actually represents the level that they reckon that you should be at before entering this particular area. Obviously the Great Green Sea, the Messageous Sea, 34, 38, 33, 35, 37, 40, 37, 40, 37, 40. Obviously Fame we will be hitting, as well as the Fame Oasis, around 24 to 30-ish. Fame Oasis is 28 to 31. And this will then take us through the Horus Nome and back up the Atapehu Nome, if I can get it right. And as you can see, back down to the Desheret Desert, which is actually out into the Sahara Desert at that point. So, our next point in our next video will be Memphis. As you can see, it's 4,988 meters away, so we've got quite a lot of distance to try and cover. So what I will do, hopefully if I get time in between these, I will try and play a little bit, clear up some of the additional missions and side quests. If you guys want to see these, I will give you guys a couple of days, so please leave your likes and your comments and everything down in the comments area below. If you want to see some of the additional side quests, then let me know. I can make sure I do those in the next video for you. If you want to see all of the side quests and stuff like that, once the actual game is completed, I will go back and redo the side quests themselves. With that being said, we will see you guys in the next video, where apart from heading over to Memphis, we will choose our next item here on our abilities page to increase or to unlock, and I will see you guys again next time. Goodbye my friends, have fun and take care in the new year. Bye bye.